Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada for tonight's main event. Scheduled for 12 rounds, middleweights going at it between these two great warriors. He's making his way to the ring right now. Boy, and he's not bashful at all, is he? Look at him, confidently making his way down for this contest. Jackson's making his way down to the ring, and he does so with a confidence where he knows he put all the hard work in, and he's ready to explode inside those ropes.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chico. His opponents in the blue corner, please welcome the Blade, Jackson.
All right, guys, remember this. Obey my commands at all times. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch your mouth.
And we are underway for this scheduled 12-rounders. Well, Teddy, here in this matchup, two guys who tend to go the distance. What do we look for early?
You know, I'm looking to see who can be more consistent in just one area. Who uses their jab a little bit steadier.
Unable to score with the hook. Blocks away that headshot. Not able to land the headshot. Well, he's going to hope that his vision holds up and isn't impaired because there's swelling now around his eye. A headshot blocked. Good-looking counterpunch.
Get in there, Mitchell.
If I'm his opponent, I look at that eye and I say, that's the magic button. Keep going right there, touch it, touch it, touch it, and we could get a stoppage here.
Well, you're not wrong, but also it could work the other way to your detriment. You could be looking for that spot so much that now you're throwing one punch at a time. You're looking just for that. You're not doing the other things. You're not using the jab to set it up. You're not going to the body, and maybe you actually allow your opponent to survive longer because he could see that one shot coming. He could avoid that one shot.
Whatever game plan and strategy they may have come in with, Teddy, they may have just thrown it out the window. They're trading blows nonstop in the round one.
Everything's been thrown out the window. Everything in the room is going out the window, and we love it.
He had his eyes set on the uppercut, but was unable to land it. Well-placed counter punch by Jackson. Last 10 seconds of this first round. Good block there by Chico. We've sat through thousands and thousands of fights together ringside, and sometimes you can tell just from the start, like a fight like this, of what you're going to see down the road.
And what you're not going to see. You're not going to see a lot of guys running. You're not going to see a lot of defense. You're going to see two guys coming and letting it all lay out.
Beautiful, beautiful, nice movement. Keep that up. Moving. Swelling is nothing. Focus on the
Here we go. Round two is underway. shot blocked. Nice block by Chico. Good block. How about that? Back to back he lands by Jackson. Well, nowadays we have so many different weight classes. Used to be only 8 weight classes. Now with all the super and juniors attached to every weight class, you can go up and down the scale with ease throughout your career. Is that good for the game?
No, I don't really think it is, because you're making it too easy for the fighters. You know, I'm not saying that it's not good that they have an alternate to a weight class, but a lot of times when you make things easy, they're going to go for the path that is easier. In other words, somebody should be a middleweight. Now all of a sudden they're going to be a light heavyweight. They're going to be a super middleweight, where with a little discipline, they would have fit into that middleweight frame. It wasn't that they couldn't make it. Now you make it so easy, they don't want to make it.
A good block. Jackson's swelling has really got him facing an uphill battle. Jackson's legs look shaky. He was hurt. You see how he does that right there? How he just pushes away. Jackson's now in a position where he may not even realize it, but the eye is getting worse. Still, he fights on.
He behaves like a fighter, and that's the greatest asset you have. It's not your jab, it's not your hook, it's not your power, it's not your footwork. It's your ability to behave like a fighter when you have to. He's doing that right now.
Coming to the end of this round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, a round like that where it's a lot of busy activity and both guys being busy. When you were a trainer, are those the kind of rounds that you prefer, or do you like the pace to be a little slower? Does it depend on each guy?
No, if I have a fighter, I'd rather have a guy fighting a guy that you never see him. Leave me the heck alone. And where I'm in control all the time. But the fans love to see a fight like that.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Notre Dame to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Right back to it to the head. Hey, did you see that right there? Well off the mark by Jackson. Jackson's banged by an uppercut.
You're taking too many punches. Hands up. He's tired.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Halfway through this round. covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Oh, and there you go. Oh, an explosive headshot there. He is down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And somehow, someway, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
Able to cover up that gut. That's a tried and true method that works out very well. The counterpunch landing by Jackson. He's in a tough spot. There's no way around it. The eye is swelling so badly that we could see an end to this fight.
Yes, it is, but it's not an impossible spot. It's not a spot where fighters before him have not been in and have not survived and even won it. You look at Carmen Basilio when he fought the late, great Sugar Ray Robinson. You know, his eyes were closed. He found a way to win.
Body shot.
And the round comes to an end. We did have a knockdown in that round. Now, Teddy, if you're in the corner where your man was down on the floor, what are you telling him?
Well, the first thing I do is I sit him down, I get water on the back of his neck. You know, I bring him to a sense, I make sure that he's clear and everything. And then I tell him why he got his backside put on that canvas so he can correct it. And he doesn't go out there and get caught again with the same punch.
So here we are, all wondering, can he survive the start of this round after the way we saw him go down in that last round?
Well, it's up to his opponent. Now, his opponent gets a little careless and he rushes in a little bit too close. He can get a chance to grab those hands and tie him up. And then he can kill a little of the clock, survive.
Good looking counterpunch. You know, you go out there, a fighter like this, you were just knocked down in the last round. Now you got to go out there, you got to prove to your opponent, hey, I'm fine. You got to prove to the whole arena, hey, look at me, I'm fine. You also have to prove a lot to yourself, though, don't you?
Yeah, but you have to remember, that's a good question, but you have to remember this fighter has been there before. So just remember, I have dealt with it before. And then you have to beat David Copperfield. A little bit of a magician, a little smoke and mirrors, and con your opponent. Let him think you're all right. Let him think you even want to fight when really you just want to buy a little time.
Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. There's another right hand. He clearly came in with a strategy here tonight, Teddy, and so many times it's, hey, I'm going to bang that drum.
Yeah, he is banging that drum. That drum happens to be the body. And he figures that he's going to try to move on him, so start doing it early on, and later on, he's going to have a guy in front of him.
Able to cover up that gut. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort.
Get in there. Let's go. Focus.
Good defense, just covering up down low. 10 seconds remaining in this round. And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
Don't fight his fight. Jab and move. Jab and move. Let's get on that swelling.
Round number 5 has arrived. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there's some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counter-punching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
Rushing uppercut by Jackson. It is unbelievable to sit back and just watch what these guys are willing to give and to take. Wow, what a fight so far.
Well, give and take, that's the key word. Sometimes you're forced to become great. And right now, each one of them are forcing the other to go to great places.
Hey, did you see that right there? His cheek has been split wide open. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Devastating blow by Jackson. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
How about that? Back to back he lands by Jackson. Nice job to land that counter punch and getting away from one of his own by Jackson. The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go because when he misses, bang, it gets caught.
What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
When he throws the jab, we'll take care of the swelling. Just focus on the fight and we'll take care of the swelling.
Another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be heading towards a stoppage. Nice block by Chico. Stands up defensively, protecting the head. And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay, and he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
Parries that punch intended for the head. Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. Defense just covering up down low. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Working our way towards the bell. Last 10 seconds of the 6th. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. So they close out that round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, I know you watch very closely how these trainers go about their business. You were under the tutelage of one of the true legends of the game, the great Customato.
Yeah, I mean, I was fortunate. Quite honestly, those opportunities, situations probably don't exist anymore because we've lost a lot of those, you know, really great trainers and managers that boxing was their whole life. I spent 7 years with Customato, and they learned the nuts and bolts from a physical, technical point of view of what's important to give to a fighter, but the psychological part. To understand the pressures that a fighter is under, the fears that a fighter deals with. And if you don't understand that, all the other things don't mean anything. Because you have to understand how a fighter's feeling to understand why he's behaving or not behaving a certain way.
Blocks that punch. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Good job staying away from the danger there. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
misses his opponent's headshot. Blocks that punch.
Cover your head, kid.
A cut has opened up above his eye. Both men trading hooks. Excellent hook to the head by Jackson. And a smart counterpunch by Chico. Round comes to an end here. And Teddy, I know you've had a very busy week. You've been training some pro football players this week. There are many parallels to be made between the pro fight game and the pro football game.
Yeah, there are, physical ones and emotional, mental ones. I mean, the physical ones are when I work with some of these behemoths, like offensive linemen. They have to punch out, with their arms. They have to make sure that they get those hands out now. If they raise their elbows, just like a fighter raising his elbow before he throws a jab, they lose the power. So you got to teach them keep those elbows in, punch out without any telegraph, without any loss of power, and also get those hands out at the right distance. If they're a little late, the big guy gets in on them, and now he can control him. And of course, the mental aspects of it, where they get into those dark rooms we talk about every once in a while, where they have to remember that they have control. They can make the choice. You get in those dark rooms, you start to think that you lose control of the choice, that your opponent's making a choice for you. No, that's not the truth.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Able to cover up that gut. Chico's night has not been going the way he thought it would go. He's taken some punishment. He's clearly behind on the scorecards, but you can't give up all hope. Something could turn his way. What could that something be?
Well, he's got to start to target that something. Usually you go in there with a game plan. You want to use your jabs, stay with fundamentals, set up your punches. Right now, he's past that point. He's pretty far behind. He has to find the way to land a big punch. Concentrate on one situation. Maybe catch his opponent stepping back with a big left hook.
That's a good block by Jackson. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. Good stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round. Hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Jackson's now battling two opponents. The guy standing opposite him trying to punch him, and his eyes swelling.
Yeah, he can't see what's coming at him right now.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Jackson. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Good job with another left hand. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Got that? It's going to happen. You're going to catch it. You're going to catch it.
Another round, will it go in another one-way direction? It's been a one-sided fight so far tonight. Needs to improve that accuracy, missed with the headshot. Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Jackson. Blocks that punch. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Oh, and there you go. Chico's stunned, and he is hurt. Able to show you his blocking ability. Teddy, you can see quite clearly that that cut is becoming a major problem for him. What does he have to do strategically here to deal with it?
Well, there's three lines of defense, though, whether you cut or you're not cut. One is use your legs, get out of range a little bit. The other is move your head, the other is block. He has to pick one of those defensive strategies, one of those choices, and put it into place.
Teddy, he went from being on the edge of the cliff to now climbing back up the mountain.
Well, you know, that's where you'd want to know if a guy recovers fast. Obviously, he has the capacity to recover very quickly.
To go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. Each man able to land an uppercut. Combination by Jackson. Jackson's, there it is! Chico's stunned and he goes down in the later stages of this round. He's gonna try to survive it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That is it. This fight is over. The Blade's gonna have his hand raised by way of KO. The 10 count reached, his opponent out. He's the victor. Jackson's your winner by knockout.
Everybody but his opponent is happy now. That was an entertaining fight.
Thanks for being with us, everybody. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Have yourself a great night.